We are live. Make sure you can see us, hear us. Let me refresh this thing. Make sure we are set. Make sure YouTube is set. Make sure everybody on here watching, listening, we're good to go, and everything looks good. So, let me see who is here before we get started. And the man misinformation in hand, Kevin, Lucky on Three Legs, Manny Fresh, Intramorph. Intramorph, B grade, Jordan 7 trophy rooms at Ross, 9.5.
Wow.
Yeah, I've seen quite a few Jumpmans lately that I've been going to Ross last couple of days.
I'm
Today,
ass- I'm assuming those B grades probably just didn't have a original box, right? Or does they have stamped? I'm
I don't know,
assuming
that's a
they're
good question.
stamped.
RJ Funky Finds, what's up, Swoop Man, Jimmy, Hustle Crow. So we're gonna talk a little bit about Black Friday and Cyber Monday and Cyber Week and
Cyber month.
yeah, Cyber Month. We're going to talk about your sales. We're going to talk about all the sales online. We're going to talk about eBay and everything else. And a little bit of whatnot, the news or what they were doing on Black Friday and what happened
Did
there.
you ever go live?
I did not go live, but I'm going to talk
Okay.
about that.
Okay.
Rory Matt with Sneakers Envy. Let's see. Mendes Finds. What's up? Loving the podcast, by the way, which a nice little segue into our first, I guess, main little topic, which we do all the time.
Hmm.
But Seller Club Podcast, if you want to go and follow the page, go and listen to the newest episode. Episode number 8, Addicted to Reselling.
That one. That one we dug deep. That one we.
That one it's actually one of the funnest episodes I think
Yeah.
of our young podcast career.
It's definitely
Um,
something that nobody has ever talked about for sure.
are you addicted to the grind? Maybe, maybe not. So that one, listen to the new episode, and you know what? Let me get this link on there if you haven't already. And we're posting that. Let's see. There we go in the chat right there. So, all right, Mo's Closet. Let's see. En Palma, good to see you. Baker Brand. Hustle Crow had another dead stock shoes rejected by eBay for being worn. I asked what was the signs they were worn. They couldn't tell me. Goat also being very picky as of late.
Eh,
So that's also been part of the.
I think everybody's just slammed. Like I feel like everybody's just either well, I have a story. I had a worn shoe passes new. So
This guy. So they had the backwards.
right.
Select goods, slim pickings, very nice. All right, let's talk about sales first. Amazon, eBay, whatnot, Goat, StockX, Mercari, Poshmark, anywhere and everywhere you're selling. How are sales right now? Q4 time. We're nowhere in Cyber Week ish, kind of towards the
Hmm.
end, and then they're just probably going to keep recycling the sales over and over again. But how are your sales throughout this whole thing? Let's start off with the B, and then we'll read the chat.
Yeah, I mean, so far it's been pretty good. I think, we stuck to our game plan. Be competitive as far as pricing would concern. Run kind of like a sale, fake sale going on. The slash markdown. Me and Sneakers Envy and Glenn collectively have been talking about. Just this Q4 is kind of like Q4 that get rid of the stuff that you don't want to carry on or hold on to for the next, few months and kind of get the cash back. So it's been good. I mean, I think the biggest thing I was telling Glenn, traffic has been up, 40% up in traffic. So basically, in the world of numbers game, the more people watching your item and conversion, um, and the crazy part though is the page view hasn't really gone up. It's been consistent.
Mm.
So I've been at point 0.2 on page view. So it's just that because my Impressions went up, obviously based on percentage. The page view went up too.
Mm.
So overall, I think we're close to doubling what we did last month. So
Mm.
I'm happy. I'm happy with that.
Okay, let me see the chat. Mondo sales were good on Black Friday weekend. Angel Morb, sadly, slow for me. Though an odd number of golf shoes selling. You know what? That's true. A lot of some random golf men's
I
and
sold a
women's.
7.5 Jordan golf shoe. I was like,
Yeah, this weekend was weird for golf. I wonder what was going on or why that happened.
mm-hmm,
I think I sold at least 10 to 12 golf random.
mm-hmm,
Rory, Matt, both eBay and Mercari going strong. And Palma, good but still less than expected. Mondo, Mercari, Poshmark, and offer up right now. There we go. Most Closet, yep, less than expected. Sneakers Envy sold 270 units Thursday through Monday. There we go. eBay is really slow. I've started to sell in local Facebook groups, so I sell as little as possible on eBay Hustle Crow. People are not lowballing as they are seeing other retailers' prices are not good. Mondo.
to be
So,
honest though, have you been getting a lot of messages? Because like, a strategy was and pricing is offer it at the least possible amount that I want,
mm,
right? So and then I remove best offer, like this is it. But
mm.
I've been seeing customers trying hard to negotiate. I'm like, and it's like $56 item, right? Like, will you take 50? And I'm like, I understand it's a $6 saving, but it's like the effort of maybe, like me not responding or waiting for a
Or it just
response.
sells out and
Yeah,
then,
for $6, right? Like I
yeah.
literally have one shoe that I have 5 messages trying to 45, 50, and then dude just swooped in and picked it up for 56. And I'm like, I was like, wow. I mean, it's just, like, and that makes me question that did they really need the item, or are they really working on a very strict budget?
Mm.
So, so that's what I'm thinking. Like even the high end items, it's like they're literally trying to you know like, hey, like StockX is like this. I've seen
Mm.
this. Like, and I've had a template response. Like, I'm sure you can find something cheaper. There's something that fits your budget. Go ahead and purchase it. I'm not in a rush to sell certain items.
Mm.
And they come back because they're like bull crapping me. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, right. Like, I check market.
Yeah, there's been the messages. I agree with you. That's happened at least like 2 times recently where they bought something and then the guy was like, "Did this sell?" Or I can't believe that sold.
Yeah,
And
I
I'm
was
like,
like,
dude, you're trying to save like $2. I don't know why. Just buy it.
yeah, dude. I had some dude like offered me $25 on a $38 hat, and then I said no, and then he's like 30, and then he's like 33. I'm like, bro, like you're already at 33, just pay the 38 now.
It's like, but tax and shipping and
I was like,
so yeah, that's usually what happens.
yeah.
These buyers are still living in 2016 with their tactics. Matt, there we go. All right, so let me get into the finds. I'm gonna go back to the sales part,
Mm-hmm.
and some of the stuff also going on for Cyber Week. So let me add this in here first, and then we'll get back into it. All right, GT Cut Mile High Hustle, 65. I think we talked. I don't know if we showed this one last time or not. I don't think so. John Morant's, this one in a good size, 10.5. I think usually people finding the small sizes, $50. This is the one that the B
Yep, that's the one I rock.
stands behind as quality,
Quality,
75.
easy on your joints.
Yeah. 55. So a little mix out there. Let's see, 40. Oh, that's a kid shoe, 45. Ultra Boost, 43. Giannis, 49. And this one at 39. There's the basketballs out there. Rashard. All right, let's see. $20. The footballs, easy money on the Vapor 1. And I think we saw this one last time as well. B said should be a comfy shoe.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, P100. I actually have one, and I finally fitted it, and
mm.
it feels good.
LeBron's, I did see these today in a huge size. And oh, there you go, 55, size 14. Oh,
Wow, that's a clean shoe.
ladies.
That's like a polo looking shoe, you know?
Yeah.
Ralph Lauren.
Well, yeah, exactly. Pat Ewing still out there, 25.
That's a Jake special right there.
Jake, different jerseys. We got Astros, Liverpool. We even got Barbies out here at 15 bucks. Ross. And then also with the Funkos, Richard.
What if?
What? What the? All right, let's see. What is this? Maximum 2300
Buffer
on
jackets.
and the puffers. 350 retail.
Oh,
What is the price? I don't know what the price is on them. Some of the bibs.
what brand are those?
I think
Oh,
this
right
one's
here.
North Face,
North
220
Face.
retail,
Nice.
and soccer ball 25,
Oh man, the Merlin soccer balls.
160 retail. Yeah, not playing around, and the elite on the basketballs too.
Is it
20
usually
each.
this time like all this comes out? You think it's late?
Well, usually they do get a lot of like the active, well, like the sports stuff because like New Year's resolution stuff starts right in January.
Uh,
So they kind of do start pushing this in like, late November into December, and then whatever's left they kind of keep adding on to the
well,
workout
they're good
stuff.
Christmas gifts too, you know, for kids, right?
Oh, heck yeah. I mean,
Like
these are like this is real deal stuff. Footballs are easy money on these.
yeah.
Let me see. Foamies, eBay Poshman,
Wow.
and let's see, 80 bucks. And there's size
Oh, size
14.
14. Yep.
All right, so there we go on some of the pricing, some of the solds. Rodolfo, what's up? Retrospective gear, very nice. Houston Astros, Funky Finds, TJ Maxx. Let's see, Jordan Scarf or Scarves, 25. Retail 75. Psycho Bunny. We actually got a Psycho Bunny at our outlet, which is kind of random. Just opened one up.
Oh, there's one that opened in our mall.
Yeah, they're popular now. There you go, building up. Tech Fleece at the thrift, 8 bucks.
Oh, Tag Fleece has been flying. People have been paying $87 plus shipping.
Yeah, Tech Fleece right now, it's
Nice.
crazy.
I wish I would have bought more. Now that I know, I like because you don't. I'm just not a Tech Fleece, wearer. Like or like I probably have one, right? But like I feel like everybody wants to buy all colorway.
Yeah, I actually wore the full suit today.
Oh, is it been that cold already?
It was cold in the morning, and then it got like way hot. And I was
Oh,
like, nah, I can't wear this. Let me see. Basically sold all my Tech Fleece already. Rory, Matt, there we go. What do we sell right now? Oh, the jacket, interesting.
oh.
All right. Into the jerseys, cleats at 30. More basketballs as well on the elite. Whoa, PSG hyper warm on the gloves. Man, 10 bucks. Flipping LBC. All right, let's see what else do we got. More GT cuts, A Train Hustle, and 65. Also Travis, Cactus Jack. That's a nice jacket too. 50. I think we saw this one last time as well.
Yep.
And Dunks
Wow, the
outlets.
pink dunks. I'm telling you, man, there's something about pink dunks that just don't move anymore.
There's another GT cut, Funky Finds. 65 on Cosmic Unity. This Cosmic Unity looks like a Jordan, like one
Yeah,
of the later
30,
Jordans or something.
yeah,
30
36.
somethings.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're everywhere.
Yeah, 30 somethings.
Yeah.
65 different colorway. And jackets as well. 300 retail. 70 bucks. A lot of people are picking up gloves. Funky Finds again. Vapor Knit gloves on the football. Super bad gloves.
Super
Jordan
bad.
gloves. All on here. 13 bucks.
Is it me or the red tag is no?
Maybe because it's I guess
Athletic.
that section, yeah, I guess for the athletic, because usually they're not red, but Trey Lance jerseys, a boatload of them.
Where's he now?
He's with the Cowboys. He's the third stringer.
No.
Flipping LBC, $40 each on these at Burlington.
Oh,
There you go.
the hat.
UNC.
That's a hat, right?
I think it's the hat one, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let me see. Oh, PSG, Nike Academy on the soccer ball. Griffey's might be a kid's one at 37.
Yeah,
And some of
50s
the
is 50s is definitely high here.
mm,
Dude,
oh,
yesterday, Sneakers Envy yesterday was 23, bro.
dang.
At noon.
What?
23. Yeah. I had to break out that's why I wore like my tights now when I'm working out.
Oh,
I look like a real athlete now.
Tights and Tims. All right, man. 139. Let's see Polo. That's dope on the jacket. A little snowboarding. 100 on this one. A lot of the puffers.
Man, they're asking a lot, huh? So I'm assuming they be on sale come January.
We should see them on sale. A lot of jackets out there. More gloves here. eBay Poshman. And then we got, let's see. Oh, Polo on the Olympic team. I haven't seen that one.
They look like they're long johns.
148 on the retail. San Antonio Spurs on the jackets. Funky finds. And more Polo. Nomad Expert. So there we go. That one's dope. Oh, and Shaq's. 59. I thought some people found them cheaper than that. I don't
Man,
know.
they never run Reebok never run out of inventory. I feel like they just keep making them and then send it directly to discount retailers now.
Straight to almost like straight to DVD when
Yeah.
movies just now it's like straight to Netflix. Let me go back up and see what's going on here in the chat. So I was asking about biggest gloves. What are you guys picking up? So let's talk about Black Friday into Cyber Monday stuff and sales. I'm going to talk about my sales as well. And let me add this in here. And also some of the trends and things that I've noticed. So, Black Friday shoppers spent a record $9.8 billion in U.S. online sales, up 7.5% from last year. So, spending bump reflects consumers looking to advantage of big deal days and finding it easier to compare discounts online. And right, I mean, okay, so let me explain a little bit. So, when Black Friday, of course, Whatnot had their no fees.
Right.
So everyone is pretty much like, hey, everyone's going to go online. There should be some great deals, a lot of sellers. We saw some people doing 24-hour
Yep.
and some people falling asleep.
Yeah.
They look beat. And I was like, you know what? Should I go on? Should I not go on? I was watching the Dolphins game, and then I was like, let me try to just get, some stuff loaded up. And it took forever to load up. Like,
this is when
minimal
it was bugging.
items.
This was bugging already. It was bugging already.
And I'm like, oh, man, everyone's on. This thing's just going to crash, isn't it? And then so I tried adding more items, and it was just taking way too long. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I'm not going to be able to get all this loaded up. And then so sure enough, at the time that I was going to go on, it did crash. And so, because I know our buddy Amir, he had to restart like 3 times.
Yo, Kai's came on, right? So he was ready. He's been promoting it, and he was gonna give away some gratitudes and everything like that. And the dude was like, he always has like really cool intro, and he was deflated, bro. he was deflated because obviously, I'm sure Whatnot scheduled him to go live too, right, to bring in more people. But he didn't have a clue what it was, right? And then the chat was literally like telling him like, "Yo, it's been down for like an hour already," and everything like that. So he's like, "Man, I'm so bummed. I loaded all up. Get ready." So I think he had to reschedule to a Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah, it could really throw things off if you're ready to go and then
Yeah, I
it
mean,
crashes, stuff like that. So, so I didn't go on that day after all, and B
no,
didn't go on, but
no, I didn't. Because I was watching it. I mean, it was. It's kind of like like it's kind of like you saw it a mile away. Like
too many
we
people on at
too
once.
many people and also right like considering like whatnot is just a small pocket of the whole thing. So what we did is we just pretty much set up a battle station here in my office, and me and JC were just constantly like either sending offers, readjusting pricing, um, all the old listings we actually ended it and sold similar, and like it's kind of like we I believe we did everything we could that was in our control to get stuff done.
Anybody in the chat ends up sourcing from people on Whatnot? Yes or no? Let me know. So after that day, then it went into, well, we're still on Black Friday, but that
Right.
same Black Friday and into Monday and Tuesday, every single site you can think of clearancing out
Bro,
major stock. It
I
was
I was I was looking at all the sales and I'm like I'm going to go broke because there's just been stuff that I've been wanting. Bro, one of the hottest shoe this year, the what's the hottest Nike Vomero, right? 50% off? I'm like not even 30. Like 50. New Balances 50. Dunks 50. Like Dunks were like $60. I'm like,
yeah. I mean, and so that was, and everyone else, the feature had 50% off everything. Hat Club had exclusives for like $18 or something. It was
30
like
you're right, buy 40 extra
extra
40,
40 off.
buy
It was
4
like,
extra 40. Bro,
I'm like,
I had dude, and this is funny. And this is, I mean, like we're consumers too, right? And then we recognize what's a good deal, and we recognize these are stuff that we don't see every day, right? Like throughout the year we've never seen this kind of deal, right? So what I've been doing is I've just been adding cart, right? And then I see another ad and I'm like, crap, like let me see what they have. So I see keep adding carts. So like by the next day and Monday, bro, my email was like, you've left something in your cart, like
oh,
20 of
I hate those emails. But it was just, those, and then like, like Hibbit and Nike, and there's just sales everywhere. So do you think eBay sales right now, obviously everyone's competing for money, for
100%.
attention, for views, for clicks, for ads, and how much does that also come into play? I'm seeing in the chat, like when we first mentioned it, that numbers were lower than maybe the last couple of years. Now we're not in deep December yet at all.
Right, right.
So, but could that be something kind of going forward? Maybe just because of so many other sales, so many other stores, everyone's liquidating some older stuff. How does that come into play?
No, I 100% agree. That's what's happening. I mean, like the overall um dollar is probably up, but I could assure you the quantity was probably almost doubled,
Oh yeah, for sure.
right? Because we've never seen um sneaker boutiques go 50% off.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, if they did that, they were like literally going out of business. I remember there was like like a sneaker boutique in Houston that did that, um, and everything was just 50. And then this one was like major, big boutiques, feature concepts, backpacker, and the crazy part is they were still available the next day. Uh, like I go
It's
back
still
to my
sitting a
carts,
little bit.
it was still there. Like, and in certain sizes went, but like, dude, like they were still. I mean, like I could show people like the carts right now; it's still there. But I think, but what they've done is they did 50, and then they did 40, and then they did 30. So they're scaling back. But also too, I'm probably assuming that they're all, you know, busy fulfilling it, and then once they really see all the damage, it's like, wait, we still have a bunch of crap.
I think it's funny how it was like Black Friday sales extended, and then they would like add another day or like
Yeah,
add another two
dude,
days, and
that's
it's
been
like,
that's Nike for the whole month,
yeah.
right? Exclusive members only, and then save 30. Now it's Cyber 30, Cyber Black Friday 30. Nike's been 30 and 25 every week.
Back and forth, back
Yeah.
and forth. Armand, what's up? Josh Leva, you can get just released Air Maxes
Mhm.
for 60.
All Air
Ross
Maxes,
prices
yeah.
with box.
Yeah, all Air Maxes were and delivered to you, right? Spend 150 free shipping.
Free ship,
I'm like,
oh, dude, free shipping on every site too.
yeah.
Sneakers Envy, we were aggressive and the sales went crazy on eBay. Points on Monday, we could package them fast enough.
Yeah.
Greystone Black Friday month.
Oh, also too, there's been like a lot of like international boutiques. Um, they were super smart because you could tell they were trying to up their order quantity. So it's like buy two, uh, get another one for 50 off, and then buy three, get extra 25 on top of this. It was just like they were just clearancing. Dude, even Crocs collab Salehi went on sale. That never happens. Collab off-white stuff, 50% off. Gallery department stuff. I'm like, dude, like if I think if somebody was a millionaire and is in our industry, dude, you could have your own boutique and don't need a Nike account by next month.
I guess the real question is, so how many of this or how much of this is would move or
Oh, it's not
you
gonna
know?
move for a while. It's not gonna. I think it's not gonna move for a while because I know two or three giant eBayers right now that have direct access to Nike account, and they're like at cost. They're selling them for $5-10 profit each. Like Vomeros for 110 on eBay, and they have to pay fees. I'm assuming they're getting it for $70. You
Well, that's what
know?
I wanted. That's what I wanted to talk to you about because, I did. I ran into two resellers today. Last week, I did run into what, two or three of them. We just like talking and see like what's kind of things been going on, what's kind of trending and things like that. And so, yeah, I think a lot of people are kind of, well, some of the examples. So, someone was like, you know what, I'm kind of at the point to where I don't know what to buy. And that was a very interesting comment.
Right.
And let's see what the chat feels about that as well. Regarding comms or other platforms, or thinking that this is a great deal only to see that this platform has it or it will have it, ends up having it way cheaper after that, week or two after that. And finding out that things are just so much cheaper somewhere else down the road. Another person I talked to was saying, and it's kind of, what, two of these said this, that they're kind of wondering what's next. That it's kind of a in between to where kind of bored and kind of iffy on stuff.
I think you won't be too excited about making the next move with the current economy, right? Like because dude, 2020 everybody was entrepreneur again. Everybody was a guru, right? Everybody easily had the course, because like they lean on the success. But I think it's yeah. I mean it's boring because for me I feel bored at times because you're not hauling a lot. You know, your buys are not as exciting anymore. now more than ever, I'm spending more time researching than anything,
Mm.
right? Because you have this stored knowledge of what has been so good, and then now you try to sell it, and you're competing against Nike themselves now. Like,
Complete
okay,
with box free shipping.
yeah, I can't do that. And then like they have a beautiful site. They have, basketball players. They have all the models. They have all the influencers talking about it. I'm like, sheesh, I can't do that. And then now here we are trying to promote it on eBay promoted listings.
And there we go. Facts, you're almost passing on almost all of the new releases.
Yeah.
2020 Stimmies, Baker brand. There we
Bro,
go.
I called it that 20 the Jordan 4s and Fear 3s. Dude, I get texts. Full size run, $30 under retail. No tax.
No tax.
I was like, who wants spares? Like we just have to buy a full size run under retail.
Mr. Root, what's up?
Mr. Rude.
So going back to what you had said, like with straight big time eBayers that do have, let's say, a Nike Connect and stuff. I mean, right now is not the time to hold on to anything.
No.
I feel like right now, this is the fast flip that we had talked about, like in 2018, where it was like, there's no need for fast flip.
That we never wanted to do.
Exactly, because the market is there.
Yeah.
The not just the market, but I guess like the quality of the items you pick up. It's exciting that like cool Vapor Max, cool this. You can wait out. You can make the good money that you
Yeah.
want.
Dude,
Wait it
Vapor
out.
Max I won't even touch anymore.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
Vapor Max you won't even touch, much less 97s, 98s, 95s.
oh,
Those
95?
those are the
95 is
back
laughable now. Like 95 should be like a giveaway shoe. Like, buy a Vapor Max, get a 95 for free.
Dang. Full size runs.
Yeah.
So now it's completely changed to where if you're in the fast moving, that's where it's at. But here's where it gets tougher. Fast moving also means you're working
A
a
lot.
lot harder
Yeah.
because you're fulfilling a lot more orders. You're probably making less per order. But even let's say you're doing the Amazon side, you're still shipping out a ton, and you're still that same, at least what the resellers I was talking to as well, kind of like monotonous stuff, right?
There's still work, right?
Yeah,
There's still work.
scanning, prepping, shipping.
When you do it in
over and
volume,
over.
when you do it in volume to make this money, then it becomes factory work, really, for the lack of better word.
And I'm not gonna lie to you, I feel like that's where I'm at right now, and I feel like that. It does suck. I mean,
Next thing you know, Glenn starts wearing the high vis vest, right?
at this
And
point,
then
might as well.
like I was just here to clock in and ship all these packages and clock out.
That's pretty much what it turned into. And let me tell you what and how I feel, and it has nothing to do with the market side
Right.
of it. I feel like I lost. This year has been the biggest inventory I've ever had.
Yeah,
Um,
probably even the biggest eBay sales, right? Probably.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I was over the 100. Like I said, I think the highest I got was like 128K for the
Yeah,
90 days.
Yeah.
And it's been consistent throughout this whole year.
Mhm.
And I feel like what I did lose out of doing all of this was like the individual excitement when like an item sold that you remember where you sourced it from.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh,
Now
man,
everything's a
this
blur.
one sold.
Everything's
Everything
a
is a
blur.
blur right now
It's
because
Yeah.
buying in bulk or buying these huge amounts, cool, hat sold, next, hat sold, next. But years ago, it'd be like, oh man, I remember, I
Yeah.
got this jersey at this place.
You remember
doubled
like
up.
wiping a shoe down, that exact shoe, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh, I remember there. Like you pick up a shoe when you're fulfilling it. Oh, like I remember the price tag. I still haven't erased. You know what I'm saying, right? Like you have that kind of like you kind of do certain things differently back then. But to scale a business, to do so much volume, you kind of have to be robotic,
Yeah.
right? To get things done, right? It's just like zone out, just doing that, bam, 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 and it's like to a point. It's like I'm having to like refill our boxes more often than else. Like, man, like this is a workout. Just bringing boxes up and down. Um, no, that is so true though. That is so true.
And that's what I feel like I do kind of miss the most out of that individual excitement of those type of items more than just buying, a ton of hats and then all right, cool, sold, next. And so definitely after this Q4, I mean, it's not going to be just a rethinking business wise, but I think of what is next. And I do agree with the other sellers that I did talk to, like, what is next after this? You don't want to be in that monotonous. We just talked about that guy in IG and his monotonous Mondays. You don't want to be in that monotonous Mondays, and you want to have that excitement still. What? Because the thrill of the hunt still excites me. I mean, I went today. I mean, thrill of the hunt, that will never change with finding deals. But the work side of it, I definitely don't want to be a manager, no matter what. I don't want to be, hey, before me,
why you're late?
Yeah, why you late? Before me, wife and baby can go somewhere. Oh, let me show this person what they need to catch up on, and then I'll catch up with them after. Like, I
And
like
then
what I
when they
do
make
right now.
and when they make a mistake, you have to deal with it.
Yeah, no, that's
Uh,
definitely not
oh,
exciting.
by the way, Nike is selling their Vapor Max 2023 for $100 right now.
Oh, here we go.
Use code Cyber30.
Cyber 30. Let's see, sneakers envy. It means more to you when you source it piece by piece and waited for top dollar.
I agree.
Yeah, you probably had more, I guess, more of a love of that item I guess also because you have maybe less inventory as well, and you're pickier on things. With me buying bulk lots, there was low end, there's mid range, and then there's the home runs,
Yeah, and you
and
didn't
they're all
care.
thrown in between.
Yeah, it's like you average it out, right? Like,
Yeah.
like if you're looking at a spreadsheet, you have, a third of your inventory is trying to break even, a third of it you're making 5, $10, and a third of it you're making 50. And then I was like, am I really making money here? After said and done.
I think that was kind of like I really want that huge store. I really want to, keep growing that business, get to a certain point, and then you get there and you're like, okay, so where do I go from here? Where do I want to go from here?
Yeah.
After doing that,
Yeah.
you really believe in your items when you source them one by one. Usually, where I'm at, and that's what B had always. You'd always preach that, but I know others had too. By hand picking and things like that, you'll never lose because there's more of a thought process that goes into it, right? There's more of I'm checking the comps, I'm checking the research, I'm making sure this is the right item compared to just going all in and buying, a lot of whatever or
Right. I mean, like, kind of like the concept of, are you gonna be like a Gucci store, right? Like that was always our thing. Are you gonna be a Gucci store? Or are you gonna be a Walmart? But I think when opportunity comes, what happened in most wholesale opportunities or big bulk buys, it's never cherry pick. You take it all.
mm,
You know what I'm saying? And and I feel like that's not talked about a lot,
mm.
right? Because like, okay, let's get this 1,000 pieces in, right? Next thing you know, you have some people that are pulling. It's like, oh, I got a Yeezy in this lot. I got this, right? I was like, oh man, those are fire. But they don't show the RBX. They don't show the, what I mean? Like literally, you are like a Burlington when you do wholesale buys.
Yeah.
The bigger buys you get, the more random it is, and the more like eventually everything averages out. Now the question is, are you gonna be do you feel good being a robot, being so monotonous and doing things? And if that's the type of person you are, I feel like this is this is the season for you.
this this is the season for you to thrive.
Right. But
Um,
but the handpicking, it's more of like, would you say it's more of like an art and a creative expression of truly being an entrepreneur, right? Because an entrepreneur actually takes a certain industry or a certain concept and makes it better. A businessman just does what's already been done, and he just goes scale it either by quality or quantity. And I think a lot of what you become when you do wholesale buys is all as you become a businessman.
Yeah.
It's just transaction, transaction, transaction. But when you're a picker, when you're like like the good old days that you actually would try to drive further and do more extreme things to get better product, then I think those are the things that you value more. Your listings
Yeah.
are more crispy. Your photo are more crispy because there's so much, uh, you know, effort to do that. And then because there's a lot of work, you care more and you research more. And then when you're wrong, you remember it.
Yeah. No, that's
I think
true.
wholesale, you
You
don't
learn,
remember
yeah.
anything where you went wrong.
Yeah, it's just so it's just so much. No, I definitely agree. I think the chat should agree on that too. I think we did see some of those comments earlier, on appreciating, I guess, more of those items, those pickier items. Um, Julio, seems like Mitchell and Ness prices have really tanked lately. It's so flooded. Mitchell and Ness, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm no longer gonna buy Mitchell and Ness. I am like,
That's
I'm
why
down
Glenn's
to
on
my
whatnot.
last hats,
That's why
and
he's
I
on
am
whatnot.
done. I sold all the swingman shorts I had on whatnot. Any of if I don't think I have any other jerseys, but if I do, they're gone. I mean, this is like, and I can get more of these dirt cheap, and I'm not gonna buy them anymore. They just do not move. And I agree with the chat too. You guys saying they're making 40 variations of like an Iverson jersey. I intramorph 100%.
Dude, how many 80s and 90s kids are still rocking jerseys right
Yeah,
now? Right? That's one question. And and I think basketball specifically it's not as hot as right now, especially with what's going on with NBA tournaments.
oh yeah.
That's not helping at all. There's just no flavor to it now. And then
Well,
you're
NBA is
repping
losing right now because NFL's on.
that too.
NFL just,
It's all time.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's all time. But like you're saying though, the kids now don't care who Sean Kemp is.
No.
They don't care who Elijah Wan is. So a lot of these people aren't rocking these throwbacks. The people
Dude,
that
they're
are rocking them are the people our age because they remember them.
they're buying dry rotted vintage T-shirt,
True. Single stitched.
single stitch, fruit of the loom.
So they're not buying these type of jerseys. The swingman shorts do a little bit better, but they'd rather wear the Nike ones.
Yeah,
The Nike City editions or things like that more than the
yeah,
Mitchell and Ness. So that's kind of tough. Is anything hot now? Says Lucky on Three Legs. The things that are hot are major exclusives that are not going to be over and over produced, like Reverse Grinch, like Powerpuff Dunks that are coming up, like all these things that are,
yeah,
extremely hard to get.
yeah.
Of course,
It's
they're going
like
to be hot.
Travis
but,
got one Lowe's, right?
Yeah.
Like how many of us got 5 pairs of them? We never did.
Yeah. So of course, when you do get these, either maybe you're gonna get a low amount, maybe you get a high amount from a plug, but you're still gonna be paying high. I mean, to get them, it's not like you're just getting them dirt cheap, run a bunch of bots, do whatever you're, I guess, in
Yeah.
that case for these. But when they come to like regular
Accessible
dunks,
products, yeah.
regular Jordan, even retros like threes. Threes, what was that one that came
Fear
out on?
3, the
Yeah,
Fear 3, bro.
threes.
They were at $500 sneakers. Now, bro, grade school is 120 right now.
Yeah,
There's like
it's-
sites letting go for 120.
And there was like a random 13 that came out during the week.
Yeah. Oh,
Like, what is this? It was like
have
a
you seen
Elite
the Union
13 or
one?
something?
Have you seen the Woven Union one? How much it is now?
No.
You need to check it.
Oh man.
Check
Okay,
it
let me
right
see. Sneaker Flip, fine. You need the classic jerseys, none of those Chinese New Year's editions ones. And well, that's the thing though, is like we talk about the variations, like even the ones that we saw at Ross, Iverson, tie dye, squiggly lines,
Yeah.
crazy wild colors that are, I mean, and that's what Ross getting a ton of them. So
Yeah.
the Michelin S ones are, yeah, it's wild right now. Let's see. Oh man. Let me see.
140?
140. That's exactly what I clicked on. Let me see if I can bring this up. Present, share screen. Where are we? There we
I was
go.
like, worst case scenario, it ends up retail. 130? I mean, bro.
Size 9, 149.
And that's instant ship.
Oh yeah, it is.
How?
Currently below retail. I think most shoes are currently below
That's
retail right now.
instant ship. That is so
Instant.
wild. Like, it's like
Let's.
StockX is doing direct to consumer now. Because I know for a fact, 2 months ago, StockX reached out to all the sellers, the big dogs, and had all their pairs shipped to them.
Why though? Just to not have.
Because they want to get ahead of this. Because now StockX is like a boutique player now.
Okay.
Now StockX is like a Nike.com with your hype sneakers that you get within 3 to 5 days because they pre-verify everything now.
No. Okay.
Well, although StockX really don't verify anymore, it's
Yeah,
not
exactly.
authenticity guarantee.
Yeah. But of
that's
course,
what
with
they
the
did.
fees and the taxes and the shipping and everything, like
Yeah,
people are like, okay, well, if I buy something else somewhere else, I'll get free shipping or discount codes or
yeah,
something like that. Like just settle for something else because
yeah.
there's no rush and or need
No,
for it.
no. That's why it's like, what was oh, that literally that Union ones is the one that is the last mistake. I paid $350 for my pair, but I sold one for $550, right? And then I'm stuck with that one pair that I paid $350 for, and I'm like, I literally priced it for $250. I was like, why is nobody buying it? And then I looked it up, and I'm like, 140. I was like, might as well wear this. I actually am just gonna gift it to somebody.
So there we go. All the fours, size
Man,
9, 185.
dude, 150. I'll buy it at 150.
Yeah.
Ship to me.
Inchamorph. I enjoy all these shoes sitting. Those of us actually want the pair for the personals can get a good deal on them. I agree. Like I do love them
I
sitting,
love this.
but I'm on B's mode to where I'm just gonna wait till they're 150. Like why would I pay 185? You're at that point now
Yeah.
where you're like, it'll go down.
Yeah, it's like you've lost money already, and I feel like everybody's gonna be willing to lose more, right? And next thing you know, we go back to the era. Well, me and Glenn probably gonna do out hustled again and travel and fit retros at the outlet. Remember
Yeah.
that we fitted like the Cyber 3s and the Jordan 7s, ones
yin
and stuff like.
yangs, things like
Yeah,
that. It was
it's like, and then find Breads 11 again in the outlets, and stuff
and the
like that.
cycle comes around all over again.
Yeah, and next thing you know, Gratitude will be there sitting, and I'm like, man,
Let me see. Mondo asks, how long does eBay take to authenticate your item?
I do it pretty fast.
Yeah, it's pretty quick.
I would
Usually,
say, I would say within 48 hours once it gets there.
yeah, I'll probably agree.
Yeah, but I
Um,
think they're faster getting it to the customer because the overall wait time they still are faster compared to the goat. But obviously, goat we don't know after it gets authenticated, right? Because we don't know where it goes.
let me see. Caltrix, guys, do another out hustled. We don't know yet, but even right now, well, I'm ready to take a nice little break, especially when the bees going to Philippines. I think that'll be.
We all think
I'm ready to take a break too. I think it's gonna be a dope break. I'm just like kind of looking forward to that. Let me see. I have elephant print ones, infrared sevens at my outlet. Josh Leva, and there was a big Twitter post too, and people were just like, the new cycle is just sneakers release, they sit, and everyone just waits for them to go to the outlets,
yeah,
or waits for them to get an extra Cyber 30.
yeah.
And so, not bad, especially for shoes that you like. Not bad at all. Now, it's not going to happen for Reverse Grinch or
No.
some of the other minor.
Yeah, but even I mean, like look at the all white Kobe 8s. If you're a true fan of actually hooping in Kobe's, there you go. Get it for retail. Kobe Grinch, reverse. What what's your prediction? Where is it gonna settle for your size?
I don't even see what it's at right now. Let me see. So for my size, it's at 709.
Mm-hmm.
Reverse Grinch. So I would say,
There's only been one drop,
yeah, so far. I think another
and
one's gonna be
no,
on the 15th.
and
Right?
yeah, no, and nobody else has the pairs yet. Right, they're still shipping. So these are all technically backdoor pairs. Yeah,
True.
or boutique pairs.
Well, Mambasita's still on my size at 800.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd probably say Reverse Grinch probably at like good 5.
Right, considering that there's gonna be a lot. This is the most produced Kobe's.
Yeah, 5 to 6, I would think.
Yeah.
All right.
I'd love to think 500.
500 retrospective. There we go. Armand 4 and 5. Just bring my fingers, smashing the like button. They go Intramorph. All right. So in the chat, how do you feel about the current? Maybe just how do you feel on your business? Are you looking for the next thing? Are you gonna keep doing the same thing that's been working, or has it been working, or not been working? But I feel like the fast flips have been the best option right now. But I'm definitely trying to get rid of a lot of just old stuff that hasn't moved.
That nobody even
it's gotta go.
nobody even knows about anymore. You know, right?
Or cares
that's
about.
That's the sad part because I think it's just like all the combination of so many things with
Yeah.
not there's not a lot of people buying, hence there's oversupply. So kind of like nobody even I haven't even heard the word panda dunk anymore.
Oh heck no. Yeah.
Right? Like that wild. And dunks are not even a thing anymore.
Yeah.
They literally all dunks literally go to clearance now. They eventually end up in clearance.
And then looking at, let me see, because people, let's see, Julio says sales have sucked on eBay half of what I made last year during the same time. And I feel like the eBay sales, for the most part, people have been slower. For the most part, at least for the
100%.
people that I've been talking to. But then on the Amazon side, sales are great, but it seems like a lot of people are tired of it. Tired of their rules. Tired of them keeping money or banning people or asking, of course, you need the receipts for this and that if it's something counterfeit.
But I think
Or
a lot of
also the monotonous stuff of just prepping, shipping, scanning, prepping, shipping, scanning.
But I
That's
think a
part
lot
of
of
the thing,
that too is the ROI is not there. Because if the ROI was there, you'll suck it up.
Well, you gotta, yeah, that's the same thing with
Right?
eBay. You gotta keep moving more items.
Yeah.
You gotta keep
Yeah.
more units. I mean, that's
Yeah.
and
The
that's,
only way to make the same amount of money is you just move more units.
which we talked about earlier, will be double your work. I mean, your workload. My sales have tanked also because I won't promote higher than 2.9, says Julio.
Yeah.
Well, yes and no. I mean, I guess because like on the eBay side, when we talked to them, they were fine with promoting or not even promoting at
Yeah.
all.
You don't have
But
to
a lot of it
promote.
has to do with like, as we say, quality items.
Mm-hmm.
But realistically, I think it comes down to competition on your items more than anything. I mean, if I can't find your listing on the first page, you're done.
Yeah.
And that might come down to there being 200 of that same item from whole kinds of different sellers.
Mm-hmm.
So that also comes into play. And if you promoted it higher and you're on the first page, cool. But what do your margins look like too? And so that also comes into play. So now you're kind of focusing on items that are not over flooded, because the flood would happen because the market was different.
Right.
Let's say 3 years ago, we would say, "Oh, that's flooded," and then next thing you know, they're gone. Right?
Right.
They would
right.
be
Just like
consistent sellers.
the phone pauses. The phone pause.
Yeah.
There hasn't been a show like that though since then.
Mm-hmm. And then you're like, okay, well, what's after that? So, Armand, I feel like the ones who are top sellers have sold a lot of their top tier good stuff, and they're left with mid things. That's what makes sense to me. I'm left with mid things. I'll tell you the
Yeah.
truth. I mean,
Yeah.
I have a lot of mid things. I have lower than mid things.
Dude, I have a $17 item.
And that's the
Dude,
stuff that's gotta go.
literally, like all my Converse, I think are like $27 right now. It's like
Mm.
I don't want to see Converse anymore.
Everybody wants Converse. Go to B store right now.
Yeah,
Type in Cyber
yeah,
Cyber
lowball me
30.
$20. I'm gonna accept it, dude. Like I'm even letting him go in Poshmark. Like I don't care, lowball. Like here you go. Try to
Just take
lowball me
it.
on Poshmark. You better have money on that Poshmark account because it's gonna get accepted.
Just take it already. I just don't want to see it anymore. Let me see. Sakai Blazers. That's how down bad I am. Josh Leva. Oh man. Let me see. Any CDG.
Oh
Converse
wow,
beef?
now Selex is being a shark. Now he tries to get my best Converse. I actually do have CDG.
There you go. Select goods. Select goods. Like, for the low though.
Yeah.
Intramorph, the car market, which has been very stubborn about cooling off, has now finally started dropping significantly. That's the key indicator to me that next year is going to be a rough economy for the U.S. And I saw, where is he? Yaroslav, there he is. So car market and house market, both still have higher interest rates right now. And I know everyone's waiting for whatever election year,
Right.
president, whatever's gonna happen there. Things are gonna change. There's no guarantee anything's gonna change. No one's gonna come and save you if that's what
I
you're
don't
trying
think
to
there's
wait for.
yeah, I don't think there's any party that can save us and get us out fast.
It's like interest rates might go low. They might go higher. We have no clue. Things might change to where you think it's going to get better, and then it just completely switches on you. And that's where things really change on that point to where,
And when they go low, everybody goes then dump.
yeah.
And then the price tanks.
Interest rates aren't helping the car or housing market. Exactly, Josh Leva. Goodwill bins can keep you alive forever if you're good, Rory Matt. Well, Goodwill bins, because we're talking about, you're paying 50 cents, 25 cents, $1, depending on we're going by weight. So that's probably the thing that you could do really well on right now, because you're talking about really low cost of goods.
You have to be. I wouldn't even say you. You don't have to be, like the term smart buyer, right?
Yeah.
I think now you have to be a clever buyer, kind of like borderline sneaky buyer, because JC has been blown away with the used spares that I've been able to get. Mambasitas, bro, for $300 used, and then the cheapest used spare is 500. Like you have to be, and like when somebody's trying to sell, right? Like, do you have any other pairs that you want to sell? Like you have to be like prying, like you have to be like some dude wants to sell me an SB dunk. I'm like, do you have any other dunks? And I end up buying 5 pairs, and then average cost is $70 shipped, and I'm like I can't find this at Ross. Like I feel like you have to do more of that. Sneaky V. That yeah. Like and the pre-owns, like, dude, I could show you the messages. People like, are this really worn? I'm like, at this point, like, I'm not trying to lie to you. Yeah, they're worn, but I cleaned them really well. I mean, there's a reason why a lot of my Instagram, the reels right now are me cleaning sneakers.
Well, let's say Mambasita, brand new with box 800.
Yeah.
Or pre-owned, worn twice for half the price of that, or
yeah.
or even better, then
Yeah.
you would go that route. I would think 10 out of 10
a
times.
lot of people would. A lot of people would.
So the pre-owned market, those are the trending ones that when we talked to eBay as well.
Yeah.
They said, the pre-owned market right now is hot. Of course, the low cost of goods, which is Goodwill, if you're saying the bins, but the thrifting side of it is on the low end, almost like the retail side of it, to where paying the $9 to $12 for used pants, used jacket.
Yeah.
That's not there. I mean, you can get that brand new now for a couple of dollars more. Yeah. So that market has also been changing. So we'll see getting into next year what the play is for a lot of different resellers, where they want to go. I am happy though with the Whatnot side of it, just because it has been helping me get rid of a lot of the older items that just do not move, and whether they want it for themselves, then cool.
Hey, y'all, you better get rid of your stuff before I start streaming again. And I'm dumping.
Let's see, Yaroslav, what was your take on the housing market for next year? And I have friends too that are like, they've been patient, they're waiting for the housing stuff, and I'm like, there's no promise anything's gonna change for 2024, or it gets worse. We don't know. But like the B has always said too, cash on hand, you're fine. Keep building that up. Keep selling.
It could be a rest year, right? It could be a rest kind of year.
Maybe a reconfiguration.
Yeah, year. And chill. Look back at all the things you took for granted and try to rebuild them back. I mean, like, that's the thing I'm doing right now. Like, I'm trying to get my health back,
Oh, okay. So B's hitting the gym.
Right. So, yeah, like, I'm loving that time. Okay. And then, spending time with friends that you truly care about, that you neglected, or family that you haven't seen. So that's why, like, I'm a little extra excited about our trip back to the Philippines and everything like that. Trying to reconnect to, my friends and everything like that. So I think it's good, right? I think it's like, if you're not willing to take a break, I think at some point the economy is gonna make you take a break.
Let me see. Rory, Matt, housing is depending on the president elected, and Yarzov actually kind of agrees with that, because it says it'll be bad. Oh, it's going to be very bad, especially election year. It always slow because a lot of speculation who will win. And so, yeah, I have people that are just, friends are just waiting. Like, oh, let's see who wins. Let's see what's going to happen here. I think this is going to happen. There's no guarantee. Everybody who bought a house in the last 3 years is underwater, meaning houses have no equity. Which that's pretty crazy, too, because...
Yeah.
And you know what's funny is, like, on IG... Whether it's Amazon selling, eBay selling, realtors, you get them all the time, like these crazy tips that make no sense. And I'm like, it doesn't work like this.
Glenn.
I'm like, this is wild.
Can we just create like those, how those guys that just react and people?
Oh, just react channel?
Yeah, we just start reacting like, nah, that's cap. That's cap, bro. That's cap. No. Just start doing that.
Man, 2022 sourcing was rough. 2023, there's inventory everywhere at bottom prices. What will 2024 bring? Like in 3 legs, we will find out. All right, we are done. Actually, this show caught momentum. It was supposed to be a short show. Caught momentum, and here we are at the hour point. So over an hour point. Yeah. All right, new podcast episode coming out soon. We're also got to record for that. And I will see you, I guess, maybe next Wednesday. I'm trying to get video. This is tough right now. I'm trying to sell everything I can. You should do the same. Go list everything.
Yeah. Go sell everything. Stop putting up video. You better
build money. Go out and get it. See ya.
Bye.